The 7 levels of being a football fan. Now I'm sure most of you guys who are watching this video are a fan of football in some way, shape or form, but what you might not realize is that there are different types of football fans.
You bring off a Bamayan and put up fucking William!
Some of you might only watch the World Cup, some of you might cancel family events for games, while others are so unbelievably incredibly obsessed with football that they treat like their religion. But today I'm gonna be showing you the different stages of being a football fan, and after watching this video you'll probably know where you lie amongst the levels of being a football fan. So let's get into it. And we're gonna start off at level 1, that doesn't have a clue. Now at this level you have absolutely no football knowledge whatsoever. You're clueless. This is the person who has somehow managed to live their entire life avoiding football knowledge like it's a tax bill. At this stage you're basically just the average Joe. You can barely even consider yourself a football fan. And these are the guys who still have that mindset where they think football is just 22 men kicking a ball.
Bruh.
I hate people who say that. They only know 2 players and 2 players only, Messi and Ronaldo. And even them, they don't know the law. They don't know about the rivalry between them. You don't support a team at this level and you certainly couldn't name 5 players if you tried to. If you try to get them to watch a game, you'll be lucky enough to hold their attention for 5 minutes, which is probably the max amount of time they've watched a football game in their life. And bro, these guys have to be 10 out of 10 rage baiters. Look, I get you have the football IQ of a toaster, but you cannot be this mentally stupid, because guys will be out here asking me the most brain dead questions like, bro, I know you went to school, use that brain of yours, you uneducated frog. Bro, they really trying to get me to punch the screen. And if you even attempt to explain to them what offside is, you might as well be speaking another language. Level 1 football fans are as dumb as rocks. They don't know positions, tactics, formations. Very rarely will they know some clubs, but probably Man City at the most. Give them a couple shin pads and they'll be looking at you like you just gave them chopsticks. But eventually, as you get older, your friends may start taking an interest in football a bit more, which might make you feel a bit left out. So naturally, you'd want to get interested in football a bit more too, which brings you to level 2. The beginner fan. Now level 2 is just a small step up from pure cluelessness. At this stage you've probably decided that you support a team, probably because your dad supports that team or something. That's actually how I got into football. You've probably learned a couple of the rules, like you know corners exist and you're not meant to handball, but again, explaining offside to these guys is like explaining quantum physics. Pure yap. Also at this level, your knowledge of your club is tragic. You could maybe only name about 2-3 players from your club, 4 at the very max, and you probably don't know who the manager is of your club. However, at this stage you start to engage in football a little bit more. You know, you start paying attention to matches. Albeit your understanding of the game is still pretty trash, you're getting somewhere. Watching football matches with these guys is a little bit less insufferable than watching with the doesn't have a clue fan, who will most likely be on their phone watching TikTok for 95% of the game. If your team loses, you don't take it too seriously, because really and truly you're not invested enough to feel the pain yet. At level 2 you're not completely football stupid anymore, but let's be real, you're still a bozo in the world of actual football. And next up we got level 3, the upgraded casual. This is where things start to get a little bit serious. You're no longer that clear spectator that asks why the goalkeeper can't just run up the pitch and score. Nah, you're actually starting to slowly but surely lock in with the sport. You now know your close players and you've got opinions on all them too. You can name the full starting 11, maybe even the bench. You also know where your team sits in the league now, and you'll mention it in a conversation every chance you get. I know bro, we're 6 right now, but we deserve top 4.
Bruh.
You don't. But I respect the delusion. Football has low-key become part of your weekly routine now, and at this stage you finally start watching full football matches, not just waiting for the 3-minute highlights to drop. But now you'll suddenly catch yourself glued to the screen on a Sunday at 4:30 PM from now on. No more scrolling on TikTok mid-match. Well, maybe just a little bit. I'd say that I'm like a level 4 football fan, which we'll get into later, and I'm still guilty of doing this. We all gotta get our daily dose of TikTok somehow. Your football terminology is also improving. You're throwing words into a conversation like low block, false 9, inverted fullback, but you almost definitely have no clue what any of that means. And at this stage, you know how to start football debates in the group chat, even if they're the worst takes in the world. But now you're actually starting to gain some adequate, decent ball knowledge. Like for example, you could confidently say that Henry is better than Salah. You, my friend, know ball. Fight it out in the comments. By level 3, you're more or less a functioning football fan already. Level 4, the proper fan. Level 4, the point of no return. You're not just a fan anymore. Oh no, you're in. You're deep in now. Pause. Football has officially sunk its claws into your soul and will not let go. You used to just watch football. Nah. Now you watch it religiously. Premier League, obviously. Carabao Cup, nah then. FA Cup, of course. Champions League, duh. UEFA Conference League, well I mean if your team's in it. Without a doubt. You used to say I support this club. Now it's we.
Huh?
We played well today. My friend, you were on the sofa eating Pringles, you did nothing. By this stage, you will most definitely have at least 5 football apps downloaded and will be refreshing through them 20 times a day. You can name your club's kit sponsor from 2010, the Youth Academy, what boots your players wear. Okay, that might be a stretch. And by this level, yep, you guessed it, the crash outs will start happening. Your star striker skied it from 6 yards out. Expect your remote to be obliterated. One dodgy VAR decision and your phone's getting yeeted. By level 4, there's no going back. But if you think that's bad, oh no, we're just getting started. Welcome to level 5, the football addict. You've officially entered the knows way too much about football category. People can't even talk casually around you anymore because you'll interrupt them with facts no one asked for. Someone will say, oh, that Holland guy's fast. And then this bozo will come in talking about some,
well, actually, he averaged 35.2 kilometers in 2022, so, I mean, yeah, he's decent, he's alright.
bro, don't make me pull up the man them and cook you. You've somehow absorbed more ball knowledge than you'll ever need in your life. You'll know the exact number of successful dribbles Yamal had in 2024, but you won't know how to turn on a hog. Your ball knowledge has also made you that guy in the group chat. If someone says a take you don't agree with, you'll drop 2 whole paragraphs countering it. But with great ball knowledge also comes with great heartbreaks. You've gone through it, not once, but weekly. Knocked out of the Carabao Cup by Grimsby Town.
Fucking game, fucking shit!
Valid crash out. If I was a Man United fan, I don't blame you, bro. You're so deep into football YouTube that your recommendations page looks like a coaching course. How Pep Guardiola has reinvented Man City to win the Champions League. How Mikel Arteta has tactically reinvented Arsenal and his own philosophy this season. Yeah, pack in, buddy. You're low-key just a football nerd from here on out. But there's a point where passion starts turning into obsession, where football stops being something you watch and starts being something you breathe. And that's where level 6 comes in. You're ultra fan. At this point, yeah, it's over. You're attending games now. It doesn't matter what the weather is, rain, sleet, snow, lava, it doesn't matter. You're really out here traveling 3 hours from London to Manchester just to stand in the freezing cold. You've memorized every chant there is to memorize. Your football knowledge, yuck, disgusting. You'll just know the most random facts that no one should know. How you telling me you know who scored in a random friendly in 2016 in the Brazilian league? That's a little concerning, bro, cheeseburger. This is the type of guy who can't go one sentence without turning it into a football analogy. If you're late for work, that's just poor game management. Forget your keys, defensive error. Got friend zoned, didn't take your chances in the final third. Every single thing that happens in your day is analyzed like a pundit. A single win will get you feeling like this, but a loss will get you entering your depression arc. Heartbreaks so painful they feel like breakups. You've tweeted multiple times, we go again, knowing damn well you don't wanna go again. It's okay, bro, we've all been there before. At this point, you'll do anything for the badge. You've lied to your boss saying I've got a personal appointment when really you just wanted to watch the Carabao Cup quarter-final. And finally, the final complete version of a football fan, the craziest form of the species, level 7, the football entity. This is the absolute peak. These guys don't live to live, they live for football. If you were to cut these guys open, you probably find a couple VAR monitors, Fabrizio Romano's Twitter page, FotMob, aside football from Ronaldo, and more VAR monitors. These guys absolutely worship football. If football was mentioned in a conversation, they'd start glitching out like a robot. Once you've reached this level, your most #1 used app will be Twitter. Every day you'll be refreshing Fabrizio Romano's Twitter page just to look for new transfer rumors. You'll be out here tweeting to randos like you're on Sky Sports. Gang, these people don't know you. And let me tell you, these guys' room will look like a football shrine. It's like someone made a direct copy and paste from the club's football shop. Tell me why when I went over to my friend's house, his controller was Liverpool themed. I'm gonna need to start asking some questions, cause that's some crazy work. Watching football games with them is mad. Every 10 seconds they'll be shouting at the screen like they owe their money. Rev, that's not a foul. Rev, use your eyes. What are you doing? Average level 7 football fan. These untamed creatures have seen way too much football to live a normal life. The dopamine hit they get when their club wins is stronger than anything science has ever created. For them, a 94th minute winner is pure ecstasy. When the off season hits, the withdrawals start immediately. They'll start tweaking. Without football, these guys are basically a phone on 1%, a fish without water, existing but barely functioning. And those are the different levels of being a football fan. Drop a like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and comment down below which football fan you think you are on this list. And with that, I'm out. Want to see the different types of people back to school? What are you waiting for? Click right here.
Big